All right, guys, welcome to the daily recap here. Gonna just kind of go over a trade that I took this morning. This trade was the ICT Silver Bullet setup here. Gonna speed it up a little bit just so it doesn't take forever. So basically, what I was looking for here, this will come up on the this side here in a moment. I go ahead and enter the trade, but we swept the liquidity down here to the downside, and then I was really looking for a fair value gap to enter on, right? Kind of swept the liquidity to the downside, looking for a fair value gap to enter on. Never really got the entry I was looking for. And also, it was not 10 a.m. yet. So we cross over into the 10 o'clock hour here. And I'm looking at the 1 minute chart. This is the ES. But I was looking at the 1 minute chart. This is the 3 minute chart here on the NQ. And on the 1 minute chart, I realize as we pull back here that there is a valid entry off of an order block. So I take that entry, and as soon as it comes up here, I'll show you guys. And as you can see, going into this trade, I'm down $359 right here on the Top Step account, and we're down $559 on the other account. So we traded up here. Had a change in delivery of price, so we moved up. Here's your change in delivery. So this is your order block. Traded out of it, traded back into it, so this would be my entry. So I'm long from 111.50 right there. And really my target's going to be the high of day here, 15.152, but for whatever reason I kind of mismanaged the trade here. I moved my stop too fast, which is something I'm working on. I kind of trade my P&L in this scenario instead of just letting the trade work itself out. Realistically, should not be moving my stop yet. Once we break that 35.40 level, then it would be okay to move my stop to break even. You know, once we kind of pierce really 45. Because that's the nearest kind of swing high there. So once we pierced 45, I could probably move my stop to break even at that point. But you can see I got it at +5 handles already. So kind of mismanaged it there. And then once we got up into the $700 in profit, got a little antsy, didn't want to give any of that back. So I moved my stop up even closer and end up getting stopped out there, and that's what happens when you kind of trail it up. And this is on the Top Step account, so there's no reason to trail it so tight. And one of the issues is I took this entry with only one contract, and I took this loss with 2 contracts. So in order to keep my risk to reward correct, I really need to be taking this trade with 2 contracts, and I need to be taking it on both accounts. And I did not do that here. I only took it on this one. So we ended up down about 450 on this account for the day on the Apex account for the day. Ended up down 450, and we ended up about 150 on the Top Step account. So a net loss of about $300 there. But I felt okay about the trades that I took today. I was a little more patient. Still took too many trades, but I was more patient than I have been being. And even though it was a red day, I felt okay about it because I did outline this trade and I took it. So you can see, trailed the stop way too close and going to get stopped out here for about $510 or something like that. And really mismanaged the trade. Should have kept the stop down here somewhere because this thing ended up going all the way up into the 70s. So pulls back into this gap, blast out of there, and continues up into the 70s. So kind of mismanaged that, but that's something we're going to be working on. And just wanted to show you guys that. And then here's the trade that I took overnight that I kind of wanted to go over. I missed this entry. This very similar entry to the one we just watched. So kind of what I was looking at here was I'm looking at these 3 relatively equal lows, right? And I start trading at 3 a.m., right? So I sit down on the computer and I go, okay, wait a second. We got these relatively equal lows. So this needs to sweep this before I can consider a long. What I didn't notice was this low here pierced the sell side liquidity already, came up, created a higher low, And then we created a lower low. So this lower low already took this liquidity. This liquidity over here to the left, it was already pierced by this one. So the valid entry would be here. So we have a change in structure. So we have a shift in structure here because this high is higher than this high. And then we have a change in price delivery, which creates the order block. So this is our order block here. And we want the bodies of the candles, once it trades back into the order block, to respect the 50% threshold of the order block here, which this does. Trades back into the order block, blast out of there. Very low liquidity run. So I'm just sitting here watching this going, wow, this didn't offer me any entry. Not realizing this is the entry. So you should be long from 15,086. This trades all the way up to 15,140 basically. So 50, 55 handles there with 2 contracts would have been nice. But what did I do? So I watched this entire run, and then I saw this change in structure here, and we left the fair value gap. Market structure shift to the downside. Trades back up into the gap. I have my resting order here to get short. So we get short at 15,128. Immediately kind of goes against us. I got my stop up here at the 39. And then kind of gets us back into profit a little bit here, and then just comes back and takes us out and actually continues higher. So it goes all the way up to the 52. So really, you know, you're looking at a nice 60, 70 handle run there if you left a runner on. Mismanaged that one as well. So that's the kind of things that I'm just kind of working on there and want to get better at. Here's my top step account. You can see we're still in step 2 here. Current balance is 50,202. We are up 147 today. We're very close to the trailing threshold, or the max drawdown here. It stops at 50K, and we're at 50,202. Now this is an end of the day drawdown, so we still have $1,000 to play with tomorrow during the day. So we're going to try to obviously have a nice day to get this back up here. You see, we were doing really good. We had that one Thursday where we lost $1,000, and then we just doing very well. And then we bombed the news event, had some major slippage, and lost us $2,388 there. But we're going to try to, we're not going to give up. You know, a lot of people may just reset here being so close to the drawdown, but we're not doing that. We're going to trade our plan and get this thing back up there and hit this $3,000 goal. So that's kind of the plan. Going to be live tonight at 3 a.m. to trade the London session. Going to do that every day. And then we will be live tomorrow morning at 9:20 a.m. trying to outline the silver bullet between 10 and 11. Really just going to try to be taking 2 to 3 trades a day. Took a few more than that today, but I felt better about how I traded. So I walked away at 11 a.m. this morning. Actually, before that, 10:45-ish, I shut the computer down and walked away. And I did look at the market during FOMC. It did offer a nice long entry, but that's okay. So if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below, share the video, and we will see you next time.